Yeah, it's coming back here. I can send this link.
Yeah.
Can you take that link and see it's open? Huh? It's open. Good. Awesome.
Go to the live option on YouTube channel live and then
Can I just send you this? Just see if it's if that's the. I don't know if you. Now it's fine. Perfect. Then we get on to it. അതിലും കാണാം എത്ര ആൾക്കാർ ലൈവ് There are 11 people on live. I've sent the right one, don't do anything. There are 11 people on here.
No, but the green cards and the people wanted to see the song.
No, he sent it. Now he's sent it.
But that is included. There are others, our friends who want to come live.
Okay, then you can forward it. You forward it to your, take it from your computer and send it.
I'll put it in that group.
No,
You got the link already?
no, you think have to go live.
It is there.
പേര് വരും അവിടെ ഇത് ഇതാണ് കാണണം. How do I see it?
What I'm saying, this is a tripod. So you can just do it.
Turn around. That's what
Oh,
I
that's
was
what
saying.
this is. What can we talk with them about? I'm just thinking. Okay. Chinese like when you say me, yeah.
He's almost.
Okay, what did you just do?
Oh. So I called these, I don't know, but he was really back home or butter wasn't free, so we had a little upon there is 15 minutes. George is another school just before this, it worked fine. But we all guests to come and
This is the one that red. This is the one you use. I also did something on my iPad on Monday. This is also the one
okay, looking for us also maybe after the few years. Maybe we have a recording. Maybe for Friday. Oh. Oh.
Also, always know that life should live with a smile and what's the gallery? What is gallery? What?
I can't do it.
Oh.
You said I was right. What is it? I'm just gonna write that. I'm just
From here?
He said 60 people will be coming. In fact, not even 60 people are coming. No, they see such a bill.
No, not here.
Mommy, look how cute this is.
Don't trip on.
You ready?
Also, they have, you have to do it, and you got to do the pictures and that. What? Why did you have to give it to her? Why did you leave it to her? So bad. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? This. Is it actually her? Is this lying? You're scared cat, 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 you're scared cat. How they hear it in India?
There's 8 people watching live stream.
Inside the house.
Before
change it. Just give her, you can't walk.
Did you fix it? How do you smell this?
Can you keep it safe? Put it in the bag.
According to my college. According to my according to my
Swati. You want to change that now? Can you do the whole thing? Is it doing it?
Wait, can they see me now?
7 people.
It's people in the real life, you don't see my face. So, no, it's not.
These are the patients who looked at the map or something and found out that
We're gonna put it away to the back.
Where's the pen? Lucky, can you put this also?
Give me your.
It's up to 2 hours, okay? Yes, he was. But he could say it's not now. Okay.
Rishi, can you give it more? ಅಲ್ಲ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಆಯ್ತು ನಮ್ಮದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೂರ್ದಾನೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ಗೆ ಅப்புறம் ಮೂರ್ದಾನೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ
इसको पूरा निकाल दीजिए और ಬೇರೆ ನೀನು ಪೇರಿಗಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್
Maybe you can send him.
the shape of the move. Second Caesar, Caesar.
Do you have a scissors? There are scissors. Can we get some water?
Just halfway?
Yes, halfway.
திரி போட்டுட்டு அம்மா உங்கள் வைஃப் வந்துட்டாங்க
Can you come? Chuckle and come. Okay. Keep life.
நம்ம அவரை அவர்கிட்ட கொடுக்கணும் இது சின்ன நீங்கள் எடுத்துக்கீங்க டிஷ்யூ பேப்பர் கேன் யூ கெட் சம் டிஷ்யூ
Tissues.
அச்சா இங்கே இருக்கிறவா எல்லாம் அங்கே வருவாங்களா
வரும்.
எல்லாரும் வருவாங்க ஸோ வாட் வி வில் டூ திஸ் அரிசி போடுறது வி வில் டூ இட் தேர்
Okay.
ஓகே
Okay.
ரெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த திங்ஸ் வி வில் ஃபினிஷ் இட்
Okay.
அங்கே கெஸ்ட் அங்கே ஸ்பீச் ஏதாவது இருக்கா
Speech
இருக்குது ஸோ வி வில் டூ போடணும் இதெல்லாம் ఏందని அப்புறம் ஓடிச்சு இதை அணைச்சிட்டு வில் அகெயின் லைட் தேர்
Okay.
சரியா
நீங்க அங்க இருந்து ஏதாவது சொல்லுங்க. அங்க ஸ்பீச் ஏதாவது பண்ணுவீங்க.
நான் பண்ணி இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் ஐ கேன் டூ இட்
கொஞ்சம்
கொஞ்சம்
கொஞ்சம்.
த எண்ட் ஆஃப் திஸ்
முதல்ல நீங்க ஒரு பூஜை பண்ணுங்க.
அங்கே நான் இங்கே பண்ணிட்டு
கொஞ்சம்
கொண்ட பண்ணிட்டு தன் வி வில் ஹேவ்
அது 45 minutes ஆகும்.
அங்கே பேசிட்டு
Just take the sheets for now.
Oh no, no.
Maybe move those chairs and sit around there.
What you do? Okay, then move these chairs.
இதெல்லாம் அங்கே எடுத்து பூனல் இருக்கா இங்கேருந்து எடுத்து பூனல் அவனுக்கு பூனல் போட்டிருக்கா ஆல்ரெடி அப்படி இருக்கப்ப அவனோட பூனல் அவன்கிட்டே கொடுக்கும் நான் வேற பூனல் தரேன்
முடியல இருக்கா? உங்க
நான் தரேன்
ஓகே இருக்கா?
அவனுக்கு அவன்கிட்ட கொடுக்கும் அப்படி மாத்தாரு அவனோட அவன்கிட்ட கொடுக்கணும் உட்காரண்டி உங்களுக்கு முதல்ல பூனல் போட்டிருக்கல
ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்துச்சு.
என்ன கோத்திரம்
You can move this because I can't. I'm just going there back.
மாவல்ல இல்லை
It won't come.
மாவல்ல
They'll be going around. If you can move here.
நோ
அது லிஸ்ட் இல்ல.
No, no, here.
You can't see, they're seeing your back.
Can you move a bit?
Little bit towards
No,
mom.
the other one, the other one.
Towards mom.
The other one.
அவருக்கு ஞாபகம் கூட பேசு. அவருக்கு இந்த மாமா.
It's okay. That's enough. உட்காந்து
Just want to see the.
இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இல்லை யுவர் செகண்ட் யுவர் தேர்ட் இல்லையா
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe mom
இங்கே
can
தான்
come.
போட்டிருக்கல உங்களுக்கு ஒண்ணுதான். அதான் அதான் 3 மத்தில ஒண்ணுதான். सुनिए ना, लकड़ी कुछ है छोटा मोटा, आम का लकड़ी होगा? 2-3 पैकेट बाजू में है कुछ दुकान पर।
देखते देखते सही होगा।
1-2 पैकेट होगा तो ले आइएगा। ఇలా थोड़ा చిన్నవారి వరదానే లాస్ట్ వరదానే ఫోటో కోపని
I won't be long. I'll just run to a shop here.
हाँ ले आइए, दो तीन सुने ना। हेलो जॉर्ज
George.
Judge.
Just call him. Just ask the George to come. Just ask
George.
Oh, sorry, George, they're calling. Yeah, he's calling for something.
आइए कब आइए
हाँ जी।
4 पैकेट ले आइए।
Somebody is bringing from here.
कोई यहाँ से लेके आए।
हाँ।
He's,
Somebody is bringing from here.
he's running.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
हेलो सर மாவுல வேண்டாம் விட்டு மாவுல கிடைக்காது கடையில்
He's got it all.
இங்க இருக்கு மாவுல எங்க வீடு இருக்கா
It's just here.
இருக்கா
இங்க பக்கத்துல
ஆமா இருக்கு எடுத்துமாங்க ஒரு 2 இருந்தா போறோம் 2
Only
Very good,
one.
very good.
Very good.
இது $1 குச்சு पूर्ण சரியா இருக்கா சரி சே அசேஷே ஹே பரிஷதே भवते what together अशेषे हे परिषते भवते पादमूले मया समर्पिताम् इमां सौवन्नीं दक्षिणां स्वीकृत्य पूर्णलौट अंदर இது சொன்னேன் இது 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 இதா இல்லை இல்லை இது சில்வரா இதையும் வந்துடணும் நீங்கள் ஒன்றும் போட்டுக்கலையா சரி கோத்திரம் சொல்லுங்க भारद्वाज गोत्रस्य अपा சொல்லுங்க
Krishnan.
मम पितुः இன்னைக்கு எத்தனாவது நாள் இருக்கு போய்
இன்னைக்கு நான்
என்னைக்கு தெரிஞ்ச
சண்டே
சண்டே மண்டே டியூஸ்டே வெட்னஸ்டே இன்னைக்கு थर्सडे இல்லை अतीते पंचमे अहनि यथाशक्ति दाह संस्कार कर्मणा करिष्ये पुनः சரியா பண்ணீங்க से दाह संस्कार समये तिथिवार दोष निवृत्त्यर्थम यत्किंचित् हिरण्यदानं करिष्ये अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण सकल विशेषेण विशिष्टायां अस्यां वर्तमानायां द्वादश्यां तिथौ पूर्णलोकटावपन्न गोत्र गोत्रस्य अपविशलिंग
Krishnan.
मम पितुः अतीते पंचमे अहनि यथाशक्ति विधिना दाह संस्कार कर्मणा संस्करिष्यामि पुनः சரியா பண்ணுங்க இது கையில் வச்சுக்கணும் इममे वरुणश्रुति अवमध्याचमदया कामवस्सुराचके तत्पायामि ब्रह्मणां दमानस्तदाशाहस्ते यजमानो हविद्भिः अहेडमानो वरुणिः भूत्यरुषगं समान आयुप्रमोषिः अस्मिन् कुम्भे सकलतीर्थाधिपतिं वरुणं ध्यायामि वरुणमावाहयामि वरुणाय नमः समस्त उपचारान् वरुणाय नमः वरुणाय नमः समस्त उपचारान् समर्पयामि वरुणाय नमः फलविशेषं वेदयामि टच पण्णिंगा अण्णावा टच पण्णिंगा இன்னும் சரியா இருக்குல்ல எல்லாம் சரி இமமே வருணஸ்வதி ஹவமத்யாச்சம் நிடயா காமவஸ்வராச்சகே தத்பாயாமி பிரம்மணாம் தமானஸ்ததாசாஹஸ்தே யஜமானோ வித்பிः अहेडमानो वरुणेः भूदृशकं समान आयु प्रमोषीः गतिग्राविनो कारिशं जिष्णो विश्वस्य वाजिनः सुरभिनो मुखाकृत प्रणयोगं शितारचते आपोहिष्ठामयोपवस्थानवोज्ये दधातना महेरणाय चक्षसे यो वशिवतमोरसस्तस्य भाजयति हनः उषतेरिव मातरः तस्मारङ्गमामवो यस्सक्षया यजिन्वथा आपोजनयथा जनः हिरण्यवर्णाः शुचयपावकाया शुजातः कश्यपो यास्विन्द्रः अग्निया गर्भन्धते विरूपाः तान् आपश्यद्विस्वना भवन्तु यातानन्दाया वरुणो याति मध्ये सत्यानते अवपश्यञ्जनानां मधुश्चुचयो या पावका तान् आपश्यद्विस्वना भवन्तु यासां देवादिवि कुन्वन्ति वक्षं यान्तरिक्षे बहुधा भवन्ति या पृथिवीं पयसमुद्वन्ति शुक्लाः तान् आपश्यद्विस्वना भवन्तु शिवे नमः चक्षुषा पश्यता शिवया तन्वोपस्पृशितत्वचं मे सर्वागम अग्निगुमलसूतो वेवो मयि वच्चोगनमोजुं तथा पवमानसुवर्चनः पवित्रेण विचर्षणिः यपोता सपुनातुमा अनंतमा देव जनः अनंतमनवोधिया अनंत विश्वाजवः जातवेद पवित्रवत् पवित्रेण पुनाहिमा शुक्रेण दीर्घदीध्यते अग्ने कृत्वा क्रतु मनु यते पवित्रमर्ष्यसि अग्ने विततमन्तरा ब्रह्मतेन पुनीमहे उभाभ्यां देवसवितः पवित्रेण सर्वेण च इदं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे पावमानी रथेति ऋषभिसंवृतकं रसं सर्वगं सपोतमश्नाति सुदितं मातरिश्वना पवमानी यो अध्येति ऋषभिसंवृतकं रसं तस्मै सरस्वती दुहे क्षीरगं सर्पिर्मधोदकं पवमानी स्वस्तयनीः सुदुघायुपयस्वतिः ऋषभिसंवृतो रसः ब्राह्मणेष्वमितकं हितं येन देवा पवित्रेण आत्मानं पुनते सदा तेन सहस्रधारेण पवमान्यं पुनन्तु मां प्राजापत्यं पवित्रं शतोद्यामकं हिरण्मयं तेन ब्रह्मविदो विजं पूतं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे इन्द्रस्तुनीति समा पुनातु सोमस्वस्तावरुणस्य मेच्या नमो राजा प्रवीणाभि पुनातु मां जातवेदामोर्जयन्त्या पुनातु भूर्भुवस्सुवः तच्छयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञपतये देवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्त्रद्युपदेः शञ्चतुष्पदे ओम शांति शांति शांतिः वरुणाय नमः समस्त उपचारान् समर्पयामि तत्त्वायामि ब्रह्मणां गन्धमानस्तदा चाहस्ते यजमानो अविर्भिः अहेरमानवर्णिः गोदृशकं समान आयु प्रमुषि वरुणाय नमः यथास्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि ओम ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय पुनः राइट साइड मरणकाले यथाशक्ति कर्णमंत्र जपम करिष्ये चलो आयुषः से आयुषः प्राणम संतनो प्राणात् अपानं संतनो अपानात् व्यानं अपना टचपड़ी को संतनो चक्षुः श्रोत्रः संतनो मनः संतनो आपः संतनो ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय अरे पोट दरबार ले पोट गोल्ड देते हैं गोल्ड $1 change $1 change $1 enough.
Yeah, $1.
How much?
About 5 or 6.
सुवर्णम सुवर्णम हस्तात् आददाना मृतस्य ये ब्रह्मणे तेजसे बलाया अत्रैवा पुनरुल्टा अत्रैवा त्वं इहा अयगं सुषेवाः विश्वाः स्मृतः अभिः मातीः जयेमा இது அவரோட மாரில் வச்சுருது. அவ்வளோதான். சரியா? மூன்றாவது சேஞ்ச் எங்கே பாருக்கு? நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ அண்ணா கண்டிப்பாக சிஸ்டர்ஸ் 3 பேர் தான் இல்லையா? சரி, அம்மா ஒரு நிமிஷம். लकड़ी वगैरह का उन्होंने இருக்கா? இது வந்து ஒரு அப்பாவோட கை இருக்குல்ல, கையை தொட்டுங்க. இல்லை காயினை கையால் தொட்ட வைங்க. இல்லை அப்படியே இந்த கையில் வச்சுன்னு அப்பா கையை தொட்டுங்க. வச்சுல ஓகே. இது வந்து give it to someone. இதுதான் அப்பாவோட ஆசீர்வாதம். கீப் ஒன் காயின் வித் யூ. நீங்கள் ஒன்று அவர் ஒன்று அவர் ஒன்று யார்ட்டாவது கொடுத்துருங்க. யார்ட்டாவது இல்லை யார்ட்டாவது கொடுத்துருவீங்க லேட்டரான give it to someone. இது வந்து அப்பாவோட ஆசீர்வாதம். சரியா? இந்த காயினை அதில் வச்சுக்கோ. சரியா? ஓகே. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு விஷயம் இல்லை கொடுத்துட்டேன் போதும். எல்லா காயின் நீங்கள் 3 பேர் ஒரு காயின் அங்கே வச்சுருக்கோம். करना पड़ेगा. அந்த காயின் அங்கே வச்சுருக்கோம். அப்பா எல்லாரும் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் அப்பாவுக்கு அப்பா நெத்தியில் எடுங்க. குங்கு வருது. தொடச்சிடுங்க. திட்டுட்டால கையை நீங்கள் கையை தொடச்சும் பண்ணுங்களா? கையை தொடச்சும் டிஷ்யூ பேப்பர் கையை தொடச்சுங்க. மூணு பேர் போத்துக்கணும். மூஞ்சி விட்டுங்க தலையில். மூஞ்சி ஓடக்கூடாது. உடல் உள்டாவாக தானே இருக்கு. அவரே ராசா போடணும். சைடில் போடணும். தீர்க்காம அவரே ராசா மத்தியமாக அப்படியே போட்டுருவோம். பீக்கார் ராசா பீக்கார். இப்போ அப்பா உட்காந்து இது அம்மா இது வந்து அவரோட பிளெஸ்ஸிங்ஸு. நீங்கள் மூணு பேரும் நம்ம வீட்டில் வச்சுக்கூடாது. இஸ் த பிளெஸ்ஸிங். அப்போ அடுத்த ஜலத்தை கொட்டிடும். அது கொண்டு ये आगे जला सकते हैं ना थोड़ा?
Can you light the fire?
Little bit.
Little bit? Yeah. There's no smoke. No.
ये तो ये और टच பண்ணி और टच பண்ணி இங்கேருந்து கொஞ்சம் இப்படி லைக் திஸ் டேக் ஃப்ரம் ஹியர் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கோ இதை டச் பண்ணிக்கிறதுல டச் திஸ் ஒன் சே பூஸ்வாஹா அக்ன இல்லை பூனல் சரியா பூஸ்வாஹா பண்ணி अग्नये इदन्नमः भुवस्वाहा वायवे इदन्नमः सुवस्वाहा सूर्याय इदन्नमः ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः स्वाहा प्रजापतये इदन्नमः आरंभ प्रभृति से आरंभ प्रभृति एतक्षण पर्यन्तं मध्ये संभावित समस्त दोष प्रायश्चित्तार्थं सर्वं प्रायश्चित्तं पूष्यामि ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः स्वाहा प्रजापतये इदन्नमः उल्टा से परेयुवागम सम प्रवतः महीन अनु बहुभ्यः पंथानः अनपः स्पशानं वैवस्वतं संगमनं जनानां यमगं राजानं हविषा दुवस्यता स्वाहा यमाय इदन्नमः आरंभ प्रभृति एतक्षण पर्यन्तं मध्ये संभावित समस्त दोष प्रायश्चित्तार्थं सर्वं प्रायश्चित्तं पोष्यामि ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः स्वाहा प्रजापतये इदन्नमः पुनरुल्टाव பண்ணிக்கோ
Grandkids go. Do you need grandkids?
Will they be coming there?
Yes.
Or can they put everything in the flower etc. there?
Yeah.
Everyone?
But they will do.
இல்லப்பா
This will take.
என்னம்மா இல்லை இந்த ஃப்ளவர் போட்டுட்டு போனப்பெல்லாம் அதர்வைஸ் we can do it there.
They can do it there.
Yeah. வாயில் கொஞ்சம் டச் பண்ணி கவரை டச் பண்ணி பூனல் உல்ட்டா தானே இருக்குது சார் வாயில் ஒரு சொட்டு விட வாயில் ரெண்டு மூக்கில் ரெண்டு இதில் ரெண்டு நோஸில் ஒரு சொட்டு ரெண்டு கண்ணில் ரெண்டு காதில் மாறல then நீங்கள் ப்ரைவேட் பார்ட்டி அவ்வளோதான் கம் நான் வச்சுவிடு ஓகே நான் இப்போ எல்லாரும் போட்டு புஷ்பம் போட்டுருவோம் அப்புறம் நீங்கள்லாம் லாஸ்ட்டில் போடலாம் எவ்ரி ஒன் அம்மா நீங்கள் ஒரு புஷ்பம் போட்டுருங்க ஷூ எடுத்துருங்கம்மா எவ்ரி ஒன் டேக் த ஷூ அண்ட் போட்டு போட்டுருங்க ஒரு புஷ்பம் போடுங்க அம்மா நீங்களும் ஒரு அப்பா கையில் எல்லாம் நீங்களும் 3 பேர் லாஸ்ட்டில் போடலாம் கீப் இட் வித் எவ்ரி ஒன் கேன் டேக் த ஷூ அண்ட் say Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna everyone did. Everyone did. Yes. You go first. You will be second. You will be last. In the Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Be careful. Pinadi Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Can I put the lava? Everyone did?
Yeah.
In the one day? Or Kale Lavaingo? The thing I was showing. Okay, now we are ready to go. Okay, we are ready हो सकते हैं. अब न पढ़ लेना. You will carry this. Okay, you will carry with in your kail watch. No, are you going with them or you are going separate?
No, I go with.
Yeah, take with you. Take this with you. And गाड़ी में कितना लोग जा सकते हैं? One. Yeah, no, you go with them. You go with him. With this. Okay, and then you can carry this with you.
Yeah. Do we need to put this correct?
Yeah, ulta. Ulta. You carry with you. You carry with you. And get me one more plastic. Come on.
No, you'll see.
Yeah.
Hi. Get to see me.
Carry in a bag. This one. Again, you can lamp
So
it there.
that has it every hour. Open it.
இது வந்து இல்ல என்ன அப்படியே இருக்குமோ அங்கே வைத்துக்கலாம்
அந்த இங்க வந்து ஊத்திடலாம்.
நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் கம் இது நான் வண்டியில் விழுந்துரும் போய்
We're not going to wait for the family members, just you. Okay. Because we've got to get there.
is truth? What is untruth? It is not in the words that you speak. It is in the way you hold the life within you. It is in the way you are. Whether you are a crawling worm or a big human being, when sun comes up in the morning, it lights up everybody. Whoever opens his eyes, for him there is light to see. The essential nature of life is all inclusive. This is the truth. If you sit here like that, absolutely all inclusive, you are in touch with truth. If you are in touch with truth, there can be no suffering. It's as simple as that.
You hold on either side. You hold the photo on either side and take it in. Nika, you can come in front of Chetan. Come in front of Chetan. You can go.
If you just stand pretty much in front of them. Just stand, yeah, ready? And then when you come to mine, you try to hold it in front of them. Then so Amina will take off the photo of me when we get down the front and they'll replace it, okay?
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, hold the top bit, really on the bottom.
And one this side.
Focus and hold. Take the shoe out.
Hey, that's me.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
See what a place it is.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
You again, right?
Hare Hare, Hare
Just fine.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare This is north.
That way, head that way.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, पूरा निकाल दीजिए, पूरा निकाल दीजिए।
Namaskaram, everyone. We'll just start today's ceremony with a prayer, and then onwards I'll take you through like what we are planned today. First of all, thank you everyone for coming. And on behalf of like our family here and who could not attend because of geographic reasons, our extended family in Kerala, especially Achan's elder brother and Amma's brother Maman, who would have been definitely be present but could not make it. So thank you everyone for making time and joining us in honoring our dad. So we'll start the day with the prayer. Thank you. Let's begin today with paying respects to the traditional custodians of the land, the elders of the past and present. We're meeting today to pay respect and honor our dad. So general housekeeping in case of emergency, please follow the guidance and instructions. Again, to start, Namaskaram once again. I am the second daughter-in-law of Sri E.S. Krishnan. My name is Sharma. I'll just take you through like few introduction to how our dad showed the path for us and how he influenced all of us. And from there, our family will take on and share their memories, from starting from the children. Then we proceed to each one of you who made time and came here, joining us to pay respect. You can come and view and pay your respects. Then thereafter we'll have lunch. And the cremation is restricted access, so after we finish here, we proceed to the lunch area. Again, I really want to thank everyone to you took time and came and joined us. For us, Achan is someone who has led us in a path where family was his utmost important thing. And we all, in short, that would like to take that lesson and continue on, his legacy. So as you probably, everyone kind of met Dad and then know that, he's a tall, handsome person. And he has a very towering personality as well. So everywhere he went, he made a lot of friends, and then they all eventually become part of our family. So ever since I joined the family, I've been introduced to not just the family members, like a lot of families who were neighbors in, he was born in a village called Mayur in Thrissur district in Kerala. And he's actually the sixth of 8 siblings. And you can imagine it's a big joint family he comes from. So we are part of a big family, and all of them are really missing, Acha from this point onwards, his physical presence. And I actually extend thank you to all of you on behalf of our extended family in Kerala as well, and also one pass their respect and love for him as well, representing, who couldn't make it. So he was always a risk taker. If you ask me, from a village called Mayur, his first exploration in terms of finding jobs and everything was to Mumbai, and from there he went to Bahrain, and then he really built his family in Bahrain. And if I have to summarize what he did, he actually helped everyone in need, and who came across needed some help in whatever manner. And we all have seen that extended family over the years. Some of our family extended members are even present, in Sydney. So it is an honor to be part of his family, and it's an honor to know him. And I take great pleasure in welcoming you all to this ceremony today. So he had an avid love for music. He was a big fan of Ilayaraja, Mukesh, and he was a true devotee of Lord Ayyappa. Even when he was ill and he was unwell and bedridden, we used to play him some of those songs, and he would still sing along with us. It was an amazing thing how he was really into the music, and that trait has been passed on to his kids, and we all have seen how they are actually the life of the party and how they conduct themselves. In short, if I say what his legacy for us is, he has shown us how to give, and always have a place to give to people, and his self-healing abilities in how he was into practicing yoga twice a day for almost 40 years, and he was a very self-disciplined man. All of those traits we have imbibed, and I hope that we actually lead the path from there onwards, what he has shown us. With that, I will ask his grandkids to come up and share their memories. We'll start with the youngest to oldest.
Hello everyone.
in the family. I say good morning and shook Muddishin's hand before school. I say good night to Muddishin. On the day he passed away, I was there the whole time, brave, telling my dad it will be okay. This is something funny. Also, me and Muddishin like mango curry. Now that he has passed away, I will help my Muddishi and stay and be strong and help my family. I will love Muddishi always.
Hi, I am Nika Krishnan, and I am the second baby girl. I remember when I would go to Muddishi's room and give her a hug. Then go to Muddishin and kiss him on the forehead. I love you, Muddishin. Have fun in heaven without him calling you name. Hi, I'm Rocky. I'm the first girl grandchild. Me and my Muddishin had a lot of connections, like when I would go to him and say hello, and he would always say it back to me. There's another time where I was making pancakes and Muddishin joined in to take a photo. My Muddishin loves chocolate, and whenever I give it to him, he would always ask for more. I remember when I came back from my first day of school and Muddishin was there. I remember when I wanted to be a doctor and he was my first ever patient, and even my birthday. One thing he would always show is that life should be lived with a smile. Dear Muddishin, your voice will echo into my heart forever. Thank you.
For me, my Muddishin held a very dear place in my heart. Every time I used to go to India, he would take me to the markets and carry me to our big house. Even though I hated the drives to my mill, Muddishin made it worth it. I love the days and nights I would stay there and go to the river with him. I'll never forget the evenings when he would FaceTime us here in the trailer, and I would show off the latest nursery rhyme I learned. He always appreciated it, even if I messed up the words. Recently though, when his health was declining, I would test him on some maths and he would always answer it correctly, I was always happy to see that. Even in those times, I would make sure to speak to him, whether it was in broken Malayalam or English. He would always try his best to respond back to me in English and shake my hand. Somehow, his hands were still always so smooth. He used to call me his Shinku. I didn't know what that meant. He always said it with love, which was more than enough for me to understand. Muddishin was a very family-oriented man, and it's evident in the way my dad and my uncles conduct themselves. It's a trait I hope to pass on to my own family in the future.
Hello, I'm Ranesh. I'm Muddishin's second grandchild. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming here and showing support to my family. It really means a lot. And we really appreciate you guys taking the time off to celebrate the life of a great man. So my mom asked me to share the memories that I have with Muddishin, but to be very honest, I don't think memories alone are enough to show how much of an impact Muddishin had on the lives of me, my brother, my cousins, and all of us here today. He was a tall man, rather intimidating, but if there was one term I could use to describe Muddishin, it would be that he was a big, friendly giant. He was 6 foot with a big smile, but most importantly, a big heart. Ever since I remember, Muddishin was the king of the castle. He knew everyone, and everyone knew him. There's actually this one photo that comes to my mind of Muddishin sending his 3 sons, so my dad and my 2 uncles. And keep in mind, all 3 of them were fully grown adults, all 3 of them had families, but Muddishin was somehow towering over all 3 of them with his arms stretched around them like that. To be honest, I think Mutshin knew he was the king. There's something about him which just had the swagger, had the confidence, which just gave the vibe that he knew exactly who he was, which was the king. I'd like to think that my love for football or soccer started with Mutshin. My dad would tell us stories of how he and Mutshin as kids, or my dad as a kid, would watch soccer games. We'd watch the great teams like Argentina, Brazil, Germany, and other teams, Netherlands as well, during the 70s and the 80s. One man's love for the beautiful game has been passed on to my dad and my uncles, and now being passed on to my brother and I and Rishi, and I can see that love still being passed on to my cousins Rocky and Rian. It was always a wish of mine to watch a football game with my musician, and luckily enough during the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2022, me, my dad and my musician got to watch Netherlands versus Argentina, which turned out to be an absolute classic. Two classic teams which musician my dad loved as kids was something so special to me. The fact that I got to watch it with my dad and my dad's dad, it's something I don't think I'm going to forget. Granted, I don't think musician really understood what exactly was going on in the game due to his ailments, but being there together, three Krishnan boys, three different generations of the Krishnan boys, watching the World Cup was something I will never ever forget. Just as Mutshin and my dad would sit together and watch all the big football games when he was a kid, I make sure that every 4 years when the World Cup final happens, I'm there with my dad, sitting on the couch, watching the games every single time. And I hope to continue that tradition in the future. The real impact that Mutshin had and will continue to have on my life doesn't just lie within the memories, but also within the little things that he told me. To this day, I don't walk out of a room without taking a light off because Mutshin told me not to. To this day, I don't leave water too close to electronics because Mutshin told me not to. To this day, I watch TV from a distance because Mutshin told me not to. My dad and my brother used to refer to Mutshin as Mufasa from the movie Lion King. I'm sure all of you are familiar with it. Something about Mufasa's character just resonated so much with Mutshin, and even to this day when I watch it, I can't help but just think of my Mutshin. It could be the fact that he was a king, it could be the fact that he was confident, but to be honest, if I look deep into it, I think it was just the fact that Mutshin made us feel so safe, so protected, and no matter who you are, big or small, no matter what shape or size you came in, he treated everyone equally and with respect. I still remember being 4 or 5 watching Lion King in my old Belwood apartment and thinking of Mutshin. And even now watching Lion King is a deeply, deeply emotional experience for me because I don't think I can go through that movie without shedding a couple of tears thinking of my Mutshin and how much love all of us have for him. Before I pass on to Ricky, I want to leave all of you with a quote from Mufasa himself from The Lion King. While others search for what they can take, a true king searches for what they can give. A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, the sun will set in my time, here, and it will rise with a new king. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down at us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you, and so will I. Mutshin, we love you, we miss you, and thank you for everything.
Hello everyone, my name is Ricky, and I'd first like to start by thanking you all for being here today on the short notice to celebrate the life of my grandpa. As you may know, I'm the first grandchild of my Mutshin, or Mufasa, as we call him. As Ranesh said, Mufasa is a humble family man. His love for his family knew no bounds, and he took pride in being a devoted husband and reliable father. Mutshin was our Mufasa. He was a pillar of strength for my dad and his brothers growing up, and always put his family's needs above all. And most of all, he was a pillar of strength for me. I want to take this time to talk about the happy memories I shared with him over the last 22 years. When I was little and we would visit my grandparents in India, there was this corner shop nearby that they used to sell my favourite chocolates called Munch. He and I used to grab one each for 10 rupees and eat them on the way home. Although this may seem like such a small gesture, it's a very fond memory of mine. but it was actually a more recent memory that I cherish the most. So as you all may know, my grandpa was pretty sick the past few months, and towards his last few months he was struggling to remember us sometimes and respond. However, a few months back, all of us cousins walked into his room and we wanted a photo with him. Now at that point, it had been a long time since I'd seen him smile, but when my uncle was taking the photo and told him, "It's all your grandchildren, smile," he cracked a smile and we were able to capture this memory forever. Now whenever I think of him, this is the face that pops up in my head. I always felt that Mutshin and I had a special connection. He would tell me that he saw himself through me. I was the oldest and we were similar in many ways, both being tall and skinny and relatively calm to be around. He would always ask me specifically to get a photo with him, and at the time it didn't seem like much, but now when I look back, I'm so grateful to have those memories with me forever. One important thing I've learned from my grandpa is the act of resilience and always being able to push through. Despite him struggling in the past few months especially, he was always a fighter, and for him to live as long as he did, I will forever be amazed. I hope that we can all celebrate the wonderful and happy life that my Mutashin had lived and can come to terms that he is now in a place of peace. He would be so grateful for all the love and support that you have all shown him by coming here today, and I know we will always keep a special place in our hearts for him. We miss and love you much. Thank you.
In the interest of time, if everyone can come pay respect to Acha. Thank you. We'll continue with the memories. Lalini Chechi was being blessed. She's been with our family since the Bhagavad days. So she has seen him from our first day on earth. So
hello family and friends. I am fortunate and blessed to know Krishnan and Eswaran since birth. Achan and uncle were buddies since bachelor times, the Amitabh Bachchans of Kerala. Krishnan was the first person to carry me after birth. You all may wonder where my Achan was. He was too busy traveling on work. Amma and I stayed with uncle, auntie for more than a month after my birth. And I remember Amma saying uncle would always find the time after his busy day to carry and walk me to sleep. My fondest memories of uncle are the sense of humor, singing songs at our weekly gatherings, and his jovial nature with us kids. His strong commitment to family is something I will always remember and cherish. Achan, Amma and I will deeply miss you, uncle. Our prayers and thoughts to Krishnan family during this difficult time.
thanks, Vijay. We move on to his daughter-in-laws, Akhila.
Today we gather to bid farewell to the remarkable man, my father-in-law. I'm Akhila Mohan. I'm the youngest daughter-in-law. He's left a lasting mark in our lives. From the moment I entered the house, or to the family, 30 years ago, I was welcomed with open arms by a man whose love to his children knew no bounds. He was not just a father, he was a guardian, someone who was protecting and guiding light to his three beloved children. His love for them was evident in every word he spoke and every action he took. One of the things that struck me about him is the impeccable command he had on English language. And that you would see in the well-articulated emails he would send with love and humor. This communication skill is not mere just a reflection of his intellect, but also his desire to stay connected with his daughters and their families. I recall with fondness the time we all journeyed to Sydney. It was a decision fueled with his longing to be close to his grandkids and a testament to his commitment to family. Little did we know that the decision could be to become a cherished blessings, allowing us to create countless memories together, memories that will be forever hold dear. Yet, amidst the joys, there were challenges. I remember the day when he fell and we learned the fact that he needs treatment on brain surgeries. Even in the face of adversity, he displayed remarkable resistance and strength, fighting every fiber of him, of being, to stay with his children. Today, I'm more than glad that when he left us, we were all besides him, and believe that his soul will rest in peace. Thank you.
I have introduced myself. I'm the second daughter-in-law. I just want to summarize one thing, which probably is everyone here already spoken about. Like we don't meet people by chance. There's a reason we cross paths. So Achan, he was with all his worldly experience and exposure, he was a very simple man, and I think never forgot his roots and stayed that simple person throughout his life. That's one lesson I have learned, and I hope I have imbibed. He was always like guiding us in a direction like of giving, as I said earlier. He was a magnanimous person, made friends everywhere and made them part of their family, and also we in that process like became like people with like lots and lots of family members. And I hope the lessons he has imparted and we can take forward, and I hope and I thank Acha for showing the path. Thank you. We all will miss you dearly. Thank you. I call Chechi. She's his first daughter-in-law, Prema.
Thank you, dear friends and family, for taking your valuable time out for Achan today. Though I had the longest innings in the Krishnan family as a daughter-in-law, but my memory defeats me now, as there are too many, except for these few specific incidents. I stepped into the family about 25 years ago, and my first meeting with Achan was quite interesting. I was just about 2 weeks old, into a new role in an organization in Bangalore, and a fine morning I suddenly get a call from the reception that someone has come to see me. When I walk down to the front of the office, I see this 6 feet tall gentleman accompanied by a young man, my future brother-in-law Ranjit. He had chosen to pay a surprise visit to assess his future first daughter-in-law. Achan was keen to meet the lady who his Raju had chosen to settle with. As most of you know, his life revolves around his kids and wife, and only wanted to meet me for that reason. Acha, who is generally not a very formal person, so my first encounter with him was outside my office and not at the office reception or anything. We had casual chats then, and the last few statements were that, being the first future daughter-in-law, it would be my responsibility to keep the family together. I still have faint memories of him putting his hand over my head and talking about the family togetherness and how important it was for him. Though at the time and my forward journey in the family, I didn't understand this at all. But over the years, and maybe as growing wiser now, I have realized what he meant. I did qualify in his eyes then, and that meeting was an endorsement from his side for me to be part of this family. I was told later that he had gone back to Amma and kids, and he had told them that I was the right one for the family. Moving on, when the time came to meet my parents to ask for my hand, I remember when 5 of them, as mentioned, his heartbeat were kids and wife, had come home to my Kerala home one morning. After a brief introduction and greetings of parents with each other, it unfolded that Achan and my Achan, that is the dad, were batchmates in a study class. They had met during their student years briefly and had some common contacts, etc. So that is like Rajesh and I were classmates, and so were our dads. Batchmate kids marrying batchmates. That's where it led to. That became the second stronger endorsement for me to be part of this family. My mom always spoke about Achan's spontaneous wits. She always made sure that his favorite mango curry or mango kutan, as I think Rian you mentioned, and papadums were in the menu list whenever they joined them for lunch at home. Acha, you were one of a kind, as you have been hearing. Though you and Amma moved here about 7 years back, there are people still in Ottapalam, in Kerala, who have specific incidents that they share and have. My very recent December visit to Kerala was a proof of that. Out of blue, a casual chat with a vegetable vendor turned into an incident where the guy was remembering and talking about Acha as to how he was kind-hearted and witty. For me to reconfirm that it was the same person he was talking about, he clearly mentioned about the incidents, like how Achan used to give him Panadols and chocolates. They were those 2 words absolutely, confirmed that yes, he was talking about Achan. There was absolutely no doubt. Acha, now we know why you used to ask us to get Panadols and relieving someone in pain. It was being given away to anyone and everyone. Share is the word I take here. There are other stories like Krishnaya Clothings and Shanti Watchworks, etc. in Ottapalam, who specifically spoke about your banters with them this time. I'm sure they and others will always carry on the fond memories as we will. For you, Acha, the only few terms that were in your dictionary were Raju, Raji, Ranju, Sarsu, and in recent years, chocolate and the food, though you were not a foodie at all. I know you loved our extended family, especially the grandkids. But in the last 1 year, my name also crept into your dictionary more. You would refer anyone visiting us at home to see him as Prema, or you would randomly call out my name loudly. Amma has also mentioned that you have referred to her as Prema. I feel highly privileged in that respect. Thank you, Acha. I used to avoid coming to see you in your room sometimes, as it was painful to see you in your state. The voice and your presence in our house will forever reverberate in my ears. This is not a goodbye for me, surely, and as you had asked me to look after the family on our first meet, I know you will look after all of us from heaven and keep all of us on track. Please don't get too busy there with Panadols and chocolates. Please continue to shower your presence in some ways or the other and keep us intact. Love you, Acha-laws. On behalf of my parents, sister and brother-in-law, sending their love to you. We, as in my extended family here, will celebrate your life and the teachings of values and togetherness forever in our hearts. That is a profound impact you had on our lives. Let us all cherish the memories we shared, lessons we learned, and the love we were fortunate enough to receive. And let us take comfort in knowing that you will all be in peace, watching over us from above, still guiding us and loving us, forever etched in our hearts. Prayers for you to be at peace.
We'll move on to Achan's favorite three people, his three pillars, his Ranju.
Hi everyone, I'm the third child. My name is Ranjit. But I don't know what else to add to what people have already said. I was a character and a half, and someone mentioned like he helps everyone. It's not just everyone; it's anyone and everyone. He, in his prime age, he used to enjoy his drinks way too much at times, and apparently when he was in Kerala in one of the bars, he was drinking, and one of the barmen came up to him and said, "Oh, can you help me?" And he said, "Why?" He said, he was in Kerala, so he wanted to go overseas, and so yeah, I mean, he just took his address, took his number, and he went back to Bahrain, and the next thing he knows is a visa and a ticket to a barman who he didn't even know. So he was that generous, and so that keeps coming into my mind. He was very, very funny guy, but only a few people would understand what he really meant. So it takes a while for us to understand. I think Joyce, one of my friends, is here. So in his few years back, we had a party, and I said, "Hey, do you remember Joyce?" He said, "Yes." So I asked him, "What's his name?" So he said, "Supermarket." I said, "What do you mean supermarket?" So there's a shopping center in Ottapalam. Its name is Choice Supermarket. So he's being sarcastic that way. So he knows. It's very hard to get an answer from him straight. Last few years has been tough for him and for everyone. And thanks to everyone who knows about him and what's happening in the family. But I think it was about time for him to go, and he was very content, and he looked very very peaceful. And the only problem I have now is I can't give him as a reason, like, oh, my dad is there, I can't come. So that reason is out of the way. But yeah, he's yeah, it's quite like get up in the morning. There's feels like there's nothing to do. Like, you know, I mean, it was last 6 years I've been alive around him, around his cares, and I'm quite proud of what I did, my brothers did, and of course all the girls in the family and the grandkids. Everyone was involved, and of course the friends and extended family back in India. So thank you for everyone coming, and yeah, thanks.
Achan's most important wish was to have his 3 sons in one place, and you can see it turned out, and he was given that, he was granted that wish. I call Rajiv to share his memories.
Hari Om. Yeah, my name is Rajiv. I'm the second son. I'm one of the shyest and the most introvert in the family, and a lot has been said about my dad, or our dad, by the grandkids, by the daughter-in-laws. Very, very kind words. The connection between me and my dad is basically just an eyebrow wink. I go to him and then just do that, and then he responds. So that's it. So I know, yeah, he loves me. There's a lot that I need to say, which is in my head. But I think I'm finding very hard to tell it out. I wanted to tell this many times to him out loud that I love him a lot. But that never happened. So I think I lost that opportunity. So for all those kids, for all those people who've got your parents around, anyone, just please tell that out. Whenever you have that chance, make a phone call, whatever that is, give them a hug. It's very important, because now, I don't know, I just can't do that. All the time when he calls us, or calls me, or sends me an email, he'll just say, look after your brothers, look after everybody. That's all he had, that's all he wanted. And to my mom, I love you a lot. And I just hope if there is a next life, I get a chance, and please choose me as your second son, with Rajesh being my elder brother and Ranjit being my naughty younger brother. I love you all a lot. Thank you, all of you, to take the time to come here. I know it's a working day. Yeah. Thank you. Hari Om. I'll give it to the head of the family, Rajesh Krishnan. We love you, man. We love you a lot.
Acha, you are my hero, my idol, and my guide. It's never easy to say goodbye to someone who you look up to, who you inspire to be like. My dad is someone, like Shabna was saying, who grew up in a very humble beginnings. He started off in a very small village, a very picturesque, beautiful village in Kerala. He went out to spread his wings, and again Shabna was saying, he had about 8 or 9 siblings. Very tough environment in those days in Kerala. to live, even to get by. My grandfather was a pujari with very meager income. So my dad went out, got all his brothers into the jobs, all their kids married off, and then he started focusing on his own family. Got married to my mom. Then the three boys came along. My dad, in spite of having all of this, he also had another very funny side to him. My memories of my dad, he's a typical man of the 70s and the 80s, very alpha male, dominating the house. My mom had never a voice, though my mom was the machine behind the man. My dad, after a long day of work, used to come home, and my mom used to give a list of things that her first son has not done on that particular day. Not done my homework, not been good at school, complaints coming from school. And I guess that's what happens with the firstborn. You shower a lot of love, and hence, we get spoiled. And then my dad, 9 o'clock in the night, he comes and says, okay, now let's study math. And that's the one thing I always hated. He always said, selling price minus the cost price gives you the profit. And I used to think, what the hell? I mean, how is this going to help me, in my life? And now, when I'm running my little own consultancy, I look at it and say, look, Dad, you taught me the lessons, the valuable lessons which I didn't understand then. Definitely, we all run businesses. We all need a profit. I know Murari is there, the finance guy. I've got my close friends Sid here. So, sales price minus cost price is definitely profit, and there are other ways to get profit as well. His world was just his family, and that's the value that he's inculcated in the three boys. And we try and honor his teachings all along, and this is what I try to impart. And definitely, like Ricky and Ranesh said, he is the Mufasa of the family. And every time I watch Lion King, I get the same feeling that he's the real Lion King, giving us all the love and the appreciation that we probably might not even deserve, but he's just done it. Speaking of the family, he wanted all the boys to be together. So I get this opportunity to come to Australia and work. And then the moment I landed in Australia, the very next day he calls me and says, hey, now let's get Rajiv, onto Australia. And that's the thing that I started working on. And then, I wouldn't have done it unless he had pushed me. And he pushed me to the extent that, I never used to even pick up his calls. Sorry, Dad. It was not poor line, it was just me. And once Rajiv came on board, and then he started to orchestrate his works on trying to get Ranjit on board. And again, he took a huge loan from India. In those days, it was quite huge. We never knew where all this money came from, but our old man was sitting there and orchestrating this whole plan that he wants the three boys together. And I've said this multiple times to my very close friends. And I guess he had this in the horizon, that he always wanted his family together. And if I hadn't done that, like what my dad asked me to do today, all these, beautiful kids here, every time we have a gathering, we all get together. And that's so beautiful to see. And I keep telling my boys, you have cousins to count on, just you got shoulders to cry on. They are your strong pillars. So my dad lived life on his own terms. He was, like my brothers were saying, he was a very loud character. When he walked into a room, he made sure his presence was felt. Either it cracking a joke or saying something really sarcastic, and you would sometimes think, and I sometimes say, he's not with me, he's not my dad. But that's how he was, and like Prema quoted that example, he just had, I guess, no barriers. When he came to human beings, he knew how to really connect with them, be it a sarcastic joke or something nice to say, but he did that. So whoever we met, he had long-standing relation. Like I was talking to Venki, he's in the room, Archana. he gets people's email addresses, and then, the moment he started to learn a few things in computers, he started to write emails, long emails. You sometimes don't have the time. So I used to just scroll through it, and I say, yeah, everything is good, that's it. And then the same thing in the morning, he would cut, copy, paste, and send it to my brothers and my other brother and all that. So, and every time it was the same thing, I did this, I did that, and he used to give us a complete update. And though those emails were annoying then, now when I look back, I see, what the hell did I do? I shouldn't have done that. I should have always appreciated each and every word. And the same thing, I used to get annoyed when we used to land in the airport. He'll be the first one there, getting a taxi. And I used to say, look, don't, we'll reach home. But now, when I look back, there's no one to receive you. And there's no one to even see you off. I understand the value. I so miss that dad. Like, I know you're there in spirit, but, I miss all that, every time I think about it. I used to hate those times, but I really miss it. Like Ranjit said, the last few years has been a big challenge as a family. Unfortunately, in 2017, he had a stroke. And since then, his condition wasn't really upbeat, but at the same time, the spirit that he had was really high. He always was very positive. And some of the funny incidents, he used to go to a hospital every other month actually, and he's probably been in, most of the hospitals that I know. He's been in Westmead, he's been in Hornsby, he's been in Blacktown, you name it. He's been all around, and we kind of, the three of us now we are kind of mini nurses. We know exactly what they do. They take him there, do an MRI, do a CT scan, they do a blood test, and we kind of sometimes tell them what to do. And then after 3 or 4 days, he springs back up and he's ready to go. And so every time a nurse comes in, they do all the preliminary sort of ops. They do a blood test, they do a blood pressure. But for me and my brothers, we know what's the benchmark. Every time he says, like how he used to tell us back when we were kids, he used to say, hey, get me that, get me this. He was a typical, like I said, the 70s and 80s dad. If he had to smack someone, he'd just smack. He was that sort of a guy. So every time he said that, get me a chocolate or get me that, we knew that, okay, his benchmark he's achieved his benchmark, he's ready to be discharged. We didn't have to look at his blood test or, his blood pressure and things like that. So that was like yes, we are ready to take him back home. So that, overall, that's what the character he was. But this tribute to my dad will not be complete if I will not show my gratitude and thank you to a few set of people. With his health challenges, my brothers, my mom and I are deeply in gratitude and full of thanks to the 3 women in our families. My sisters-in-law, no, I should correct that. My sisters, Shabna and Akhila, you guys have been such a strong pillar for us. While we men were out there looking after him, and all of that, you guys were running the homes. And of course, Prema, I've never seen Prema break down like this. And this is the first time. And it's not a breakdown, it's the tribute. As they say, in any thought leads into action, and that's the thought that he just saw that came out. So these are 3 strong women for us, without which our dad last 6-7 years, whatever he went through, we wouldn't have been able to give him that kind of care and support. Not the least, I would like to really share my gratitude to the New South Wales Health Department in this country. I've got a few of my colleagues here. I've got Ravi, I've got Arun. Guys, whatever and I've been fortunate enough to be associated with the New South Wales Health. And every time since my dad has gone through this journey, and every time I go into a hospital or go to do some project with them, I feel so much of gratitude for what each and every staff, Maria, keep doing what you're doing. And just, there are people out there, they need that kind of care. The doctors who are real heroes, the medical staff, all the support staff. Ambali, you're sitting here looking at my dad. Thank you so much. Dr. Thomas, Dr. Parvati Menon, Dr. Neil Singh, Veer Singh, they're not here, but I really want to express my gratitude. You guys kept my dad going. We were just following instructions. And thank you to all present here. Each of you, family and friends and people online, thank you so, so much. You guys have meant a lot to us, the Krishnans, as a family, and also to my dad, who will always be my hero, who will be my idol, and I'm sure 100% that he'll keep guiding us, to continue this family and this life in a very peaceful way. Dad, I ask you for forgiveness, and this is something that, like Rajiv said, I should have asked a few times. There have been times when we've not agreed on things, and he probably just gave in because he knew that what I was saying was stupid, but he never made me feel that. And that's the beauty of being a dad, that you never show your son or your daughter that what you just said was completely rubbish, but later in the years you start understanding what he did at that point in time was a lesson for you in the future. So Dad, you are my hero. You'll always be my hero. You've gone but not been forgotten, and will never be forgotten. And on behalf of all our friends, I thank you, and I thank all of you guys for being here, showing us the love and support. Thank you.
apanaha, apanaha, shochuchat, aham, sasya, ayam, apanaha, shochuchat, agham, sasya, ayam, apanaha, shochuchat, agham, sasya, ayam. 3 times. You people also.
Follow the family out.
ഇല്ല.